Hey guys, welcome to my monthly Q&A. So excited for this. Sorry for I guess the little last minute announcement of this Q&A. I announced it yesterday, so it wasn't that last minute, but usually I try to do a little bit before. I was planning to do it next week, but I figured this week was a little bit better, just to kind of squeeze it, especially because tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day, so maybe some people are off. I thought maybe this would be a better Sunday than next Sunday. So see, already we have some questions. So let's get started and jump in. So first we got Kenneth, who says, hello, Kat. Sorry, did not participate in last month's Q&A. Was busy last month. No worries. Glad you're here for this one. We got him. His first question is that, Kat, what is your favorite X-Men story arc from Chris Claremont era of X-Men? Mine are the Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past. Probably the introduction of Kitty Pryde, because that's my favorite X-Men. But those are good picks also. Nathan says, hi, Kat. Happy New Year. Hi, Nathan. Happy New Year. Kenneth also asks, Kat, do you think now with Disney buying 20th Century wow, why could I talk today? 20th Century Fox, that the current X-Men titles like X-Men Gold, X-Men Blue, Jean Grey will be canceled for Marvel? Will be canceled. Well, Jean Grey is already canceled just because it's ending with all the Phoenix stuff going on. And if X-Men Gold and Blue get canceled, I don't really think it has to do anything with the deal. I think if anything, we would be seeing more X-Men because they made this deal. So I don't think it'll be affecting the comics in that way. Do I think there will be one X-Men book out? No, never. I don't think so. So I don't think we'll be seeing that. Sorry, my screensaver went off for a second. All right. All right, let's see. Question 3, which is, Kat, what do you think is the main reason the X-Men titles have struggled with readers? For me, since all new X-Men, the books have struggled for a while. I just don't think they know what to do with them, sadly. I mean, X-Men Gold, I think, started out strong and then just kind of fizzled a bit. X-Men Blue, I just didn't really like the writing too much on X-Men Blue. Yeah, they just don't have a direction for them, sadly. All right, moving on to question 4 from Kenneth, who said, and last one for now, Kat, what are your thoughts of DC Comics going back and using corner boxes for DC Comics titles covers? I think it's great and a classic look for the books. I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it really affects anything too much. I don't really think about it too much. Yeah, it's cool. All right, moving on to Joseph Galloway says, hi, ma'am. Hello, Joseph. Thank you for joining. I don't think I've seen you in the comments before. Funtime Freddy is Savage Funtime Freddy retracted his message, but he did say before that he subscribed. Rabbit Ears Blog says, hey, Kat. Tony says, hey. Red Magic says, hey. Funtime Freddy, the Savage Funtime Freddy. How was your first video? Was it great? I don't think anyone's first video is great, but it's a starting point. I did in high school. I started making videos. So, yeah, you know, it's pretty much the same style I do, though, with my comic reviews. So, all right, let's see. Tony Robinson says, Kat, did you know that Nashville season 6 is its last? I don't watch Nashville, so I don't really keep up to date on that. I know that CMNT or CMT did renew it for another season before. It did get canceled before, so it's nice that, you know, it did have a little bit more of a life. It had a second chance. Flash, the Shapeshifter, says hi. Brevin says hi. I just noticed I forgot to post this in our Discord, so I will actually post our Discord in the chat. If you like Comic Frontline, which is my group YouTube channel, we do have a Discord where you guys could discuss comic, TV stuff. It's a lot of fun. And I try to post when I'm doing a Q&A and stuff. So I wanted to post that. I will give you guys the joining link too. I'm going to post the YouTube, and then we got 13 viewers. Thank you guys for showing up. All right, just posting in the Discord. Let me see if I can find the invite thing. Here we go. Invite people. You guys are going to get the Discord link in the comments if you guys want to join. Anyways, going back to the questions. Rabbit Ears blog. What do you want to see Marvel Disney do with X-Men and Fantastic Four? Fantastic Four, I'd like to see a TV show. I think it fits better in that format. And then X-Men, seeing them interact with the other Marvel characters will be great. Tony says, do you like Big Bang Theory this season? Yeah, I always enjoy Big Bang Theory. I think it's a fun show. Kenneth says, Cat was the best Kitty Pryde story have you ever read? What? Read it? I guess read. Best Kitty story. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I really like Astonishing X-Men. But probably Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, the miniseries, is my favorite. It's old school, but I like it. Flash Shapeshifter says, I saw Thor Ragnarok the last day in theaters in Cary. Lucky me. Awesome. We got Jesse in the comments who says, whoop, whoop. Fun time. Freddie says, were you happy when you got 10K? Of course. I was very happy. Kenneth says, Kat, was your favorite episode of story arc of the X-Men anime series? I haven't seen the X-Men anime series in a long time. So I feel like I would have to like rewatch it and give you an answer. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I was more an X-Men Evolution fan. Jesse says, are you excited for Black Lightning? Very excited. And it's funny because when it first was announced, I wasn't, because I never really read Black Lightning in the comics. I'm like, oh, you know, never really knew anything about the character. But once we learned more and more about it and just hearing about the show, I'm so excited. I love the family dynamic. I love that the kids have powers. Super stoked for that show. I will be watching it Tuesday. I don't know if I'll have the review Tuesday night or Wednesday afternoon. Still have to see like time-wise if I'll have time. So we'll probably be doing Frontline Live when it's on. So I might have to do it during the night if I'm not too tired. But if I'm tired, I'll probably end up doing it that afternoon. I will try covering it because at least the pilot I want to really cover. And we will be doing it for Media Madness also. But I really want to try doing a review. Flash Shapeshifter says, my first video was back in middle school. I'm still embarrassed by it because it didn't agree too well. Yeah, those first videos are sometimes hard to watch. Brevin says, oh, cool. Do you watch Young Sheldon? Just started since I was on break. I don't. It doesn't really look that good, but I am a Big Bang Theory fan. I don't know about Young Sheldon, though. Jeremy says, what's up, Kat? Hey, Jeremy. What did you think of the Golden Globes this year? I think the winners were pretty on point. There's some Lady Bird. Well, I wish Lady Bird won a little bit more. Obviously, I think there should have been some female directors, especially for Lady Bird. I thought she was, the director was really great. I think for Best Supporting Actress, what's her face? From Lady Bird should have won, from Roseanne. Can't think of her name for some reason right now. Usually I'm better with that. And screenplay, I think Lady Bird should have won. But the shows, I think, made a lot of sense. I think Handmaid's Tale, I knew that was going to win, and it's a good show. Really happy about Marvelous Mrs. Maisel getting a win. I think it got favorite comedy. I just saw the pilot yesterday. Really liked it. Really good pilot. Excited to see more of that. So TV show wise, I think a lot of it made sense. I think the only one I didn't really agree with was This Is Us, but I don't really watch This Is Us, but I remember I was a little shocked by that one. But yeah, I mean, there's some stuff I kind of wish was nominated, but from the things that were nominated, I think most of the winners made sense. All right, MT says, have you seen Twin Peaks season 3? I've only seen a few episodes of season 1 of Twin Peaks. Not really my thing. I totally get why people like it, and I like David Lynch for the most part. Like I like Mulholland Drive. I do enjoy that movie, but I don't know. I'm not a huge Twin Peaks fan just yet. But I have so many people that have gotten me to watch it, and for some reason I just can't get past it. And now we also did a Media Madness commentary on Twin Peaks. We did the first 2 episodes, or maybe just 1 episode. But I think it was the first 2. Robert blog says, which superhero movie are you most excited for? Incredibles 2, Avengers Infinity Wars, or Aquaman? Incredibles 2. There's no competition for that. All right. Jesse says, favorite X-Men Evolution episode? Mine is the first X-23 episode. For me, it's probably Kitty Pryde's first appearance. There's so many X-Men Evolution episodes I love. Or when the high school kind of, the world finds out about mutants is really good. I like when the high school almost finds out about mutants. I think it was like a few episodes before everyone finds out about mutants. But yeah, I love that show. It was very important to me as a comic lover. So too many to pick from. Tony says, Kat, do you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I haven't seen it in a really long time. It's probably been like 3 years, 2 years now. I'm planning on watching it when it's all over because I'm so far behind. It's like, why catch up now and then have to catch up again? So whenever it's over, probably this year or next year, I will catch up with the show and kind of finish it all. Funtime Freddy, the Savage. I'm just going to call you Funtime Freddy. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Mostly my friends, Black Critic Guy, everyone on Comic Frontline. Jesse's in the comments. Jeremy's in the comments. Mike from Real School. We got other Rob, and Joe from there. A lot of my friends on, the comic side. So mostly my friends are my favorite YouTubers. All right, we got Flash the Shape Chapter. Why is young Sheldon a thing? Money. All right, Jay. I see you in the comments. Being a troll. Kenneth says, Kat, I just got volume 3 and 4 of All New Wolverine in trade, and they're fun reads. Oh, so he's just saying his thoughts on All New Wolverine. MT says, have you seen Blade Runner 2049? No, I haven't. Jesse says, Superman, I'm seeing a lot of you today. Hold on, I gotta go up. Brevin says, because Sheldon is a big deal. Yeah, he is. Jay's watching Discovery, so he's just popping in. So he's watching Star Trek. VX says, hey, I just wanted to thank you for making how to play Pokemon trading card game video. Helped me a lot. BTW was your favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. Thank you for watching. It's been a while since I've done the Pokemon stuff, so I would have to look back to see who's my favorite Gen 3 Pokemon. Like, Gen 1's easy, because that's like kind of what I grew up with. I don't know about Gen 3. Would have to look up what's in Gen 3. Thank you for watching. That's my most popular video on the channel, so it's cool that people still watch it. And it's so weird. We just kind of did it for fun. Never expected it to go anywhere, so it's fun to see that that's the most viewed video. Flash the Shapeshifter says, I'm still behind in comics. Is Laura still Wolverine? Please say yes. She is. She is still Wolverine. Tony says, do you think the gifted characters will meet the other Marvel show characters? Not at all. I think they're very different universes. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my spot. So Kenneth says, Kat, what was your least favorite run of X-Men? Mine's All New X-Men. Just did not care for those stories. I've read so many X-Men runs. It's kind of hard to pinpoint my least favorite or worst. They all kind of collide into each other at a time as you're reading all of them. I don't know. I can't tell you, honestly. I really can't. I just read too many X-Men runs, and there's just been so many X-Men runs. Jeremy says, the Bayville Sirens episode was my favorite X-Men Evolution episode. That was a good one, that music video scene. Undisputed Frost Comics says, when will Dancer issue 2 come out? Still talking to Sean about it. We haven't, I have a script for all 4 issues, but we haven't drawn it yet. So we're definitely figuring out the schedule very soon. We're figuring out like Father Like Daughter first, where, when we're gonna have issue 5 out, which we're getting plans. So we're excited about that. We'll hopefully have a date for that soon. And then the Dancer will obviously come along with it. So we're still figuring out dates, but just know that all the scripts are written. So hopefully soon. I love that book. I love both of them. And I'm glad other people are really enjoying it. So, all right. MT says, watch Lynch's Inland Empire and Eraserhead. You probably won't look at things the same way. Yeah, I'm kind of scared to watch Eraserhead. I don't know why. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard about the other one, though. Nathan says, what do you think will be the next couple of movies in Phase 4 in the MCU? I don't know. You know, with the 20th Century Fox deal, I can't tell you. I just kind of going along with the ride right now. I think it's more fun that way. All right. Kenneth says, Kat, are you excited for the Spider-Woman Marvel Legends 6-inch? Oh, I just lost my place. But the 6-inch action figure, I guess. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, I like Jessica Drew, but not enough to like buy an action figure of her. So I guess not really. Tony says hi to Jay. Fun Time says he'll be back. Talking more X-Men Evolution. Let's see. All right, MT says, I heard Bendis is writing the 1000th issue of Action Comics. Is that true? He's only writing a backstory, like a backup story for that issue. So it's not the full length story. So it'll just be a small snippet in that comic. Undisputed Frost says, can't wait for like Father Like Daughter as well. Thank you. I'm so excited to release issue 5. There's a huge cliffhanger, some awesome moments, and there's so much that you guys don't know, and I can't wait to show you guys. So thank you. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Let me load the other stuff. Okay. Flash the Shapeshifter. Please tell me the young X-Men are gone. Not yet. They're the leads of X-Men Blue. Kenneth says, Kat, are plans to collect like Father Like Daughter in trade paperback form? Yeah, I guess I could announce, yeah, we definitely have plans to release the trade. That's the talks we're kind of having now, me and Sean. So talk about the trade, and we're talking about issue 5. So there's been talks about it. All right, Tevia says, my favorite X-Men Evolution episode is the introduction X-23. That was a good episode. VX says, what fandom do you think are the worst with detail? I don't want to go into any specifics, but I'll just say any fandom that just feels toxic and, you know, you don't want to talk in it. You know, you don't want to talk because you think it's just going to be a fight. I think those are always the worst type of fandoms. I like fandoms where you can have a different opinion, but it doesn't mean you have to have a fight about it. You could just respect each other's opinions. All right. Tony says, what is your favorite show that you are watching right now? Runaways, for sure. It just ended, but it's definitely my favorite. Flash the Shapeshifter. Oh, yeah, I turned 21 last Tuesday. Well, happy birthday. Fun Time says he's back, or they're back. Tony says, Kat, what movie genres that are not your cup of tea? It's cool. That's a good question. Usually fantasy, like medieval fantasy stuff. Not my thing. All right, let's see. MT says, what's a movie you feel like didn't get enough attention in 2017? I feel like Logan Lucky should have gotten more views. Happy Death Day, I think, was really fun. I was literally just talking about it with a friend today. I think that should have gotten more recognition. Kenneth Crawley says, what are your thoughts on Dan Jurgens as a writer? I think he's fine. I mean, obviously, Jay and Chris love Dan Jurgens because of all the Superman stuff he's done. But I'm not a hardcore Superman fan, so I don't have as much of an attachment to his writing. Flash Shapeshifter says, I like Jessica Jones, but I don't think it needs a season 2. I do. I'm excited for season 2. I am excited to see more Trish. Tevia says, so Kat, who do you think is the right Goblin? I don't know because we don't have the story yet. So I could only guess once we at least get an issue about it. We don't know anything about that story yet. Let's see. Jeremy says, if Tony dies in MCU, wouldn't it be cool to see Pete in the Future Foundation? Reed would make a great role model / mentor for him. That'd be cool. MT said the Sonic fandom. I've never been part of the Sonic fandom, so. But I guess I trust your word. Tevia asks, do I think X-Men Blue is going away? I mean, there's been rumors that both titles are disappearing, so I wouldn't be surprised. Fun Times says, do I like scary movies? I do. MT says, have a different opinion in a fandom. Good one, Kat. I know, right? Danny V, how are you able to afford all your comics? Save up money, but I mean, it's part of my job. So, yeah, I do get comics. We do get digital comics sometimes too from different publishers, so that does help a lot. But yeah, I mean, for other people how to afford comics, trades are really easy. To that way you don't have to buy it every month. You could just get the $10 for the trade. I know for saving money wise, that's easier. And then look for sales. Maybe wait. Even get like Marvel Unlimited. They put their comics maybe like 7 months later. So if you're looking to save money, you can read the books later on, and they tend to be cheaper. So those are my recommendations to save money for comics. Tevia says, "Am I excited for Kingdom Hearts 3? I'm interested. I don't know if I'm excited because I only played a little bit of the first one. I mean, it's always a game I've always wanted to play a lot, but we never had a memory card back then, so we would always play the same round, and we didn't know the difference because I was 5 years old when it came out. So, but I'll definitely buy the third one if it's like on Xbox or Nintendo. I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't get it if it's a PlayStation exclusive." Tevia says, "What's your opinion on Super Sons of Tomorrow?" It was okay. It was okay, Arc. Kenneth says, "Kat, why don't so many Star Wars fans don't like Star Wars Last Jedi? I thought it was a great movie." I can't go into that for long. It's just too much. But I would just say because they thought Luke was out of character. I don't know. There's so much. There's so much to unpack there. I would say go check out Armenian Madness on Star Wars. You could hear from there because again, you could like go on forever of why people disliked it. John Golina says, "What things are you excited most for in 2018? Releasing more of my books. I'm really excited. That might be selfish, but I'm excited for that. And Incredibles 2. I'm super excited. And just reading more comics, Tevia said, Tevia says, "Do you think the Red Goblin is Dan Slott's final Amazing Spider-Man arc?" I think so. Obviously, it hasn't been confirmed, but I think it is. MT says, "Have you ever read The Eternals by Jack Kirby?" I haven't. Let me see. Flash Shapeshifter says, "As a content creator myself, I always hate having to cliffhanger because I don't have a schedule. I basically went a whole year last year without uploading." Can you reword that? Or I don't know if that's actually a question, but let me know if there's a question in there and I'll try answering, or if that's just a comment. I think I was confused by cliffhanger. Tony says, "Do you like the Marvel Network shows better or the Netflix?" I mean, there's more of the Netflix shows, but I think the Netflix shows are better because we only have really 2 network shows, and then we'll have Cloak and Dagger, but we don't know anything about Cloak and Dagger yet, besides the trailer. MT, have you read Gail Simone's Clean Room? I read the first issue. It wasn't for me. I usually really like Gail Simone's work, but I couldn't get into that one. Fun Time Freddy says, "Do you like clowns?" Not particularly. I don't hate them, but I don't like them either. Kenneth says, "Kat, how big is your back issue log?" Check out my video, my 5-year anniversary video. You could check out what books I had back then, and that's pretty much the back issues I have, other than the new books I get. Because most of the time when I'm reading back issues, I'll pick it up and trade. Flash Shapeshifter says, "I don't want to quit on Iron Fist because Scott Buck is gone, so now it has an actual chance." The show? Yeah, I'm going to give the show a try. Nathan says, "Did you ever take a class on screenwriting in college?" I have, and it was fun process, but it was not easy since I had some trouble with the format, but it was all worth it in the end. Yeah, in my undergrad, I took 2 scripting classes and 1 creative writing class, and then obviously took like a lot of journalism classes. But now I'm a graduate student in writing for television. So yeah, I take a lot of classes about it. So yeah, I guess the answer is I have taken a good amount. Jeremy says, "Well, Holland voices Aqua in Kingdom Hearts games." I heard about that. And also Hayden voiced the character. Hayden Panettiere Voice a character in Kingdom Hearts. Tevia. Kat, do you think Star Wars Han Solo shouldn't exist? The movie? I don't know. I can't say that until I see the movie. I can't say anything. MT says, if the Gambit film manages to get made, Steven Soderbergh should direct since he can bring out the best in Channing Tatum. I guess we'll see. Tevia, because I feel the movie needs to be canceled. Well, it's too late. They already filmed it. They can't. That'd be waste of money. Tevia, well, only one ABC Marvel show. Yes, only one ABC one, but there was the Inhumans, and technically it hasn't been canceled yet. MT says, speaking of Soderbergh, Oceans 11, 12, 13, have you seen Magic Mike? I haven't seen it, no. I haven't seen either of them. Kenneth says, if Chris Claremont came back to write one last X-Men story arc, how would you feel about it? I mean, he did that like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It was like, I forget what it was called. I think it was X-Men. I forget what it was called. I think it was X-Men First Class it was called. And he did it. It was an okay book. Nothing wowed for me. Even though I do like Chris Claremont. Obviously, as a writer, he did a lot for the X-Men. But that book was a more modern book he was doing. Tevia, Inhumans was never officially canceled. John says, what do you think of Korean webcomics? I actually read a few. I think they're cool. I try to expand my horizons. Tevia says, Kat, how do you feel about Peter J. Tomasi's Superman? Because I love the series. It's okay for me. I'm not a huge Superman fan, so I'm the wrong person to ask. Like, it's fine. I've never been too ecstatic about Action Comics or Superman. Funtime Freddy, have you watched it, the movie? Yeah, I've seen it. I saw the remake. The new one. Flash Shape Chapter says, I'm pretty sure Gambit's not happening at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. Just the guy on YouTube says, who's going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know enough about football to say that. I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl or who's going to the Super Bowl. Haven't even made that decision yet. I guess at this point, usually there's like 4 or 3 teams, I think. I don't even know. If I had to go with sports that I like, it's usually baseball and basketball. Kenneth says, what's your favorite Steven Spielberg movie? I don't know. I'm not a huge Steven Spielberg fan. Couldn't tell you. Tavio, we actually will talk about the John Wick TV show on Frontline if anyone wants to talk about it, but for like the millionth time, I've never seen John Wick. Don't really have plans on seeing it. I don't think a lot of us have seen John Wick on Comic Frontline. All right. No, again, Tevia, at the TCAs for winter, they pretty much said Inhumans will probably be dead. It's not officially canceled, so it's not dead just yet. Not saying I think it will be renewed, but it's just not officially dead yet. Danny V says Marvel or DC. I'm very 50-50 on both, but growing up, I was more Marvel than DC. Jeremy says, do you think it's easier to read old series in trade? I've been picking up old stuff in trade, so I don't want to dig. Oh, yeah, definitely. I have some books I own physically in single issues. I'll buy and trade if I read it a lot, like Spider-Girl, some of Runaways. Stephanie Brown, I just bought the trade because it's just easier than digging into your boxes and reading the single issues. Tevia says, what about Super Sons or Supergirl? I don't read Super Sons. I actually don't like the title. I don't like Damian and John. I know that's like blasphemy, but I don't. I mean, Damian as a character, he's okay as an individual. I don't love John as a character. I know a lot of people do. He's okay. So Super Son's not really for me. And Supergirl, I love the character, but I hate the comic right now. So I actually just dropped it. So, yeah. Kenneth says, I think it was X-Men Forever. Yeah, I think that's what it was called, the Chris Claremont one. Let's see. Rabbit Ears blog says, which Miyazaki movie you liked more, Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke? It's probably Spirited Away because I finished it. I never actually finished Princess Mononoke. Let's see. Let's go up. MT says, have I read Transmetropolitan? I don't know why I can't say that. No. Tevye asks, any opinion on Superwoman ending? As a series ending, not surprised. On the ending itself, definitely go check out my review from this week. Tony, Kat, how would you feel if Hayden Panettiere was cast as Kitty? As much as I like Hayden, I'd be like, why? Like, what? She definitely doesn't fit Kitty. Red Magic says, does anyone know how I can get a job at a comic book store? I've never worked at a comic book store, so I don't know. But I would go to your local comic book store that you buy comics at and ask if they're hiring. That's what I would do in that situation. Tevye says John Wick is amazing. It just doesn't seem like my thing. Never really been tempted to watch it. I don't have a lot of time to watch things, sadly, but yeah, John Wick. I guess unless someone says, oh, go watch, one of my friends says, oh, let's go watch John Wick. Maybe I guess I would watch it, but that time hasn't come. MT says, I saw the first episode, DuckTales, and as someone who never saw the original, I'm enjoying the new show. Have you seen it? I mean, I've seen the original, but I haven't seen the new one. Tevye, do you think Marvel Comics had an awful year of 2017? I mean, publicity-wise, they definitely did. Comic publicity-wise. Kenneth says, Kat, what characters do you want to see Marvel do next for TV? I mean, I got Runaways, but I would love to see Power Pack. That's what I would like to see. Tevye says, why don't you like John? I don't know. I just don't like him much. I think it's because there's so much hype around him. I think it's just like everyone loves him so much, and I don't really get it. I think he's fine. I don't know. I just don't connect to John. Maybe, I don't know why. I just don't. Tony says, what other shows do you watch? I watch a lot, so that's kind of hard to list. But if you ask me if I watch the show, I could answer that. All right. Let's see. Oh, man, I keep skipping it. Okay. Jeremy says, maybe I'm just lazy. LOL. I just ordered volume 1 of Runaways complete collection just so I can have the first 18 issues because that and the current volume. I agree. Might be laziness on my part, too. Tevye says, John is so adorable. Yeah, and he just doesn't do it for me. Flash says, I'm sorry, I heard Spider-Girl and thought she was getting a new book, finally. I wish she was. Danny V says, which is your favorite Spider-Man series? I personally love the new one with Tom Holland. I think it's the best one. Movie, you mean? Movie-wise, I always have a special place in my heart for Spider-Man 2. Kenneth says, Kat, sad to hear you drop Supergirl, but I understand it's not for everyone, but I'm sticking with the title. Ooh. John Golina says, who would you cast for Nightwing? Well, the Nightwing for the TV show has been cast. I don't know for the movie. Again, those are one of those things I'd rather just like kind of see what happens and predict and get up, disappointed. Mr. J says, I could cast Catherine Langford for 13 Reasons Why as Kitty. I don't know if she would fit Kitty. I don't know. Tevye says, do you think Miles Morales' book is screwed because I feel like his book is finished? No, I mean, there'll definitely be another writer that picks up on it. He's getting his own movie, so it's not screwed. Kenneth says, what character for DC TV do you want to see next? Who do I mean, again, that's another thing. I just kind of like watching the show and finding out in the process, then making a guess. Then you just get disappointed. Last Shape Chapter, I personally don't like Spider-Gwen, so I get not liking John. And see, I totally accept that. That's the same type of thing. I get why people like John, but I just don't have a personal connection. And I love Spider-Gwen, but I totally get why people wouldn't have a connection to her also. All right, let's see. Tevye, you and Super Sons. How would you feel about Super Sons anime movie? I don't really like Super Sons, so I would feel nothing. So Tevye, let me know in the comments. Do I like Super Sons or not? But yeah, I would care less about it, honestly. I really don't like it much. Jeremy says, I've got a power pack pitch. Shameless plug. Yes, go check out Jeremy's Marvel TV pitch video, which I still have to watch, but I'm going to, and I'm really excited to see his power pack pitch. NT says, speaking of DuckTales, there were Easter eggs from shows like Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and Goofy Show, meaning they could make a new show for those series. Awesome. Flash the Shapeshifter says, I loved Power Pack as a kid. I love Power Pack. Always will. Danny V says, favorite Marvel movie. See? Still Spider-Man 2. That's always has a soft spot for me. Flash the Shapeshifter. Wasn't there a rumor that Power Pack was getting a TV show? I hope so. Kenneth says, let's see. Sorry, I keep skipping. Okay. Kenneth says, Kat, would you like to see a Smallville reunion series in DC TV someday? Not really, honestly. I mean, we got the comic. I don't think it's necessary to tell more story from the Smallville universe unless it was a comic. I don't think it needs a TV show. Fun Time says, what is your favorite video game of all time? Super Smash Bros. Tony Robinson says, Kat, do you like the Marvel shows better or DC shows? Oh, man, that's tough. It's hard because DC's been on longer with their shows. So if you told me this maybe like 2 years ago, I would say DC, but I think they're in a track that's going a little downhill. So I don't know. I like certain shows from DC and I like certain shows from Marvel, you know? I love Runaways. I love Jessica Jones, but then I also really enjoy Supergirl. I really liked the first two seasons. Well, not first two seasons. I like season 2 of Arrow. And I enjoyed season 3 and season 4 of Arrow. Like season 1 of Flash. Legends of Tomorrow. I really like season 2 and season 3. So just like it depends on the season, I feel. All right, moving on to Tavia. Do you think Venom needs to stop crossing over into other books? Yeah, but they're celebrating his 30th anniversary, so that's why they're doing it. Tavia, you repeat yourself more than Frank Miller. John Golina says, if you had the chance to work on a comic book series, what would it be? Spider-Girl, of course. I would pick Spider-Girl. Kenneth Crayley says, Kat, if they recasted Lex Luthor in DC films, would you like to see Michael Rosenbaum play Lex? He said on his podcast, Inside of You, he would do it. I mean, if he's game to do it, I'd be happy. Tony, Kat, I've noticed you like to laugh a lot. Sure. I do like to laugh. Tavia says, what's your favorite video game for 2017? I haven't played a lot. I don't know. Gotta go back to me on that one. I'm not sure. Danny V says, what do you think about the new Venom movie? It doesn't look from the picture, it looks very boring. But I mean, I'm going to keep an open mind with it. I could beat in Super Smash, LOL. I don't know, Alan. I don't know. I think I could beat you. MT says, if Doom Patrol ever got an adaptation, which era? Original, Grant Morrison, Gerard Way. I would say Morrison, actually. Jeremy says, hey, Kat, I know you've been slowly getting into anime more. What was the last anime you checked out? I still think it was that card one. It's been a while since I've been able to like sit down and watch an anime fully. I still am like in the middle of it with the girl who does like the poetry card game. I starts with like a C. I always forget it. Keep forgetting it. But that was like the last one I was like in the middle of. I almost watched A Perfect Blue yesterday, but I'm still trying to save it to watch it with my friend who thinks I really like it, and I think I'm going to like it too. I just haven't been able to sit down. I ordered another anime movie. Probably look on my Amazon. Just like recently was coming, like the end of January, it's coming out on Blu-ray, and it looked up my alley. So I bought it on Blu-ray, pre-ordered it. Let me see if I can find it. It was Napping Princess. It's coming out January 30th, and it looked like my stuff, so it looked like my thing. That was a good question, Jeremy. Young Dark Vader says, did you see Ben Affleck in Daredevil where he sleeps in the water? I mean, I saw the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. I actually saw the extended cut. I never saw the movie version like in theaters. I saw it on DVD. So I didn't hate it as much as other people. I definitely don't love it, but I'm sure it wasn't as bad as the theater version. Tavia, I already talked about Black Lightning, so I'm going to skip that one. Tevia says, Kat, how do you feel about Persona 5 getting anime? Never even heard. I mean, I guess maybe I've heard of Persona 5, but I don't know anything about it. Fun Time says, do you watch prank videos? No, not really. Jesse said, how do you feel about the approach Todd McFarlane is taking with the Spawn movie? I've never read a Spawn comic in my life, so I don't even think I would see the movie unless it's like, oh God, why have I missed Spawn in my life? Which I don't think will happen. Danny V says, since Marvel just got the rights to Fantastic Four back, who do you think should play Johnny Storm? See, again, I'm not into like the fan casting thing. I just like go with the flow on that and be like, oh, cool, that was a good casting. Alan says, Kat, do you think all the drama going on in Hollywood will see more stronger female roles? Hopefully. Kenneth says, Kat, what is, in your opinion, are the 3 keys to making a really good comic? I don't know. I feel like it's different with every comic. It's a good question, though. My opinion, I think having a good opener is important. Having a good cliffhanger. And for me, it's always keeping you surprised. Always have some good surprises in your comic. But again, that's just my opinion. I think with comics, people enjoy the comics for different reasons. So I think those rules would be different for everybody. Tony says, what movie that everyone loves but puts you to sleep? Probably Lord of the Rings. Flash the Shape Chapter. The comic called Marvel Adventures was me and my brother's intro into comics. The Avengers were Iron Man. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool. Tavia says the theater cut was bad. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I never seen it, though, so I guess I'm lucky. I never saw the theater cut. MT says, let's see Grant Morrison play Lex. I doubt any DC fan familiar with Grant Morrison would be surprised. That would be interesting. John says, do you have to go to school if you want to create a comic? No, you definitely don't have to go to school, but in my opinion, I feel you could always learn more about your craft, and I would say maybe if you don't know a lot about comic writing and you could find a class about writing, I think it's helpful, but I think everyone approaches writing differently. But you can always learn more. I think that's never think you know everything. Then you're not a good writer. If you know that you don't know everything, then you could probably be a good writer. You can always learn more. And sometimes taking classes helps. Sometimes they don't. And I mean, I don't know. Again, like it depends on the person, I think. Jeremy said, an anime I recommend for you is Recovery of an MMO Junkie. It's in English and only 10 episodes. As someone who's made a ton of great fans online, I really related to it, and I think it will too. Awesome. Definitely send me a link to that, Jeremy. I remember after the show. Flash Shape Chapter says, if Mayday did come back, who would you want to write her book? Me. No. Definitely, I would like the original team to write her. If not, maybe like Tom Taylor or someone like that. Alan says, BTW, I let my sister-in-law read your comic. She's hooked. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Always happy to hear that. Tevia says, Kat, do you think Connor Kent, aka Superboy, is going to meet his brother John? I'm sure. I'm sure they'll meet at some point. MT says, have I read 100 Bullets? I've not. Danny V says, do you think they'll ever bring Silk back? Like, give her another series? I don't know about giving her another series, but maybe we'll see her in another one, like in a team book or guest star somewhere. Kenneth says, what are your favorite Bat Family stories? I mean, I think there's so many. It's hard to really pick down one, especially for the Bat Family. Like, are you saying like when they're all together? I think that's hard. Put me on the spot there. Tony says, Kat, what 2 actors that you always want to see in a movie together? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. Tavia says, Kat, any opinion on Tim Drake in DC Rebirth and retconning the awful New 52 Tim? He's the better part of Detective Comics. I can't say I love Tim in Detective Comics, but at least he has this characterization back. Tavia says, Kat, how would I bring back Peter and MJ and their kid? I mean, they have it already. They already have the comic. But to the mainstream, just retcon one more day. MT says, let's get a Doom Patrol movie written by Morrison and Gerard Way and directed by David Lynch. Now, that would be freaky, MT. That'd be a crazy movie. Tevia says, Kat, do you think Scarlet Spider will get canceled? Yeah, I do. I think at some point. MT says, The Dark Knight will be 10 years old in July. Man, that's crazy. All right, let's see how long we've been going on for. Wow, 45 minutes. Yeah, I mean, we have some time for more questions. So I'll update you guys what's been going on with the channel. And then as I wait for more questions, it's probably go on for like another half an hour if I get questions. So yeah, what's been going on with my channel? Actually been changing up a lot of stuff as you saw. Not doing in-depth reviews anymore. I am just doing the Comic Uno episode, but it's pretty much the same thing. I still cover all the same books I was doing. I just moved it on to Comic Uno. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. It seems like you guys have been watching it more and had more comments. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments. Like I said, a lot of plans for like Fall Like Daughter and Dancer. If you want to ask any questions about those books, you definitely can. Always love talking about them. Talking to Sean to see what our plans are coming up schedule-wise. A lot of cool stuff coming up with that. IGN reviews every Thursday. Check those out. Been having a blast writing those. Have a really interesting Newsarama interview coming up. I'll obviously promote when I post it, but it's definitely something as personal to me that I did an interview for. So that I have a personal connection to. So that's all I'll tease about. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I will post my. I know I've been delayed, but like the indie review and topic video. Which I don't even think I did a topic video for Comic Uno this week, which I just realized I didn't do. Sorry about that. I'll do it next week. Just was a really busy week, but yeah, this tomorrow, Monday, I will be doing indie comic book review spotlight on Comic Frontline on one of Pat Chan's books. Actually, I got in the mail like yesterday, so I'll be doing that. I actually have it next to me. Vampire, Emmy, and Garbage Girl, I'll be doing a review for. You definitely could check that out on Comic Frontline, and then doing a topic video. It's a fun topic. And then we have Frontline Live on Tuesday, and then Friday we're going to be doing the Black Lightning Media Madness, so that's going to be a lot of fun. That's what's kind of going on right now. TV-wise, what I've been really reviewing is The Gifted. Runaways just ended, and Supergirl. Those are the ones I can only really promise I'm going to be reviewing. So if another show comes up, I wish Black Lightning was on another night, but it's not. Monday's kind of the easier day, and Supergirl, the DC shows, is my favorite, so that's why I review it. Runaways I loved, and I really enjoyed The Gifted, and it's on Monday, so it's easier to review. So those are the shows I'm reviewing right now. And that's kind of what's going on with the channel. So, yeah, if you have any questions about that, let me know. But let's get back into comments here. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip the one more day question, Tevia. I don't think I can pronounce your name right, but Alajide says, Yo, Kat, what's up? Finally made it. Hey, welcome to the Q&A. Kenneth says, Kat, I've always thought Sandra Bullock would make a good Lois Lane for the current Superman films. I think she's a bit too old for Lois Lane. MT says, have you ever read New 52 Flash or Rebirth Flash? I've been loving Francis Manapul's work. I did like Francis Manapul's Flash. Don't really like Rebirth Flash. Dropped it a while ago. But I probably will pick it up again with the Flash family thing going on. Flash Wars, whatever they're calling it. MT says, there's an anime called Garze's Wing. I think you should check it out. Let me know what it's about. John says, what comics do you recommend for 2018? I don't know. I don't really, it's with comics, it's hard because they haven't really announced that many new books, but go check out my pick of the weeks for 2017. That video, I did a lot of recommendations there. All right, so Fun Time says, do you have Five Nights at Freddy game? I don't. Never even heard of it. I guess is a Freddy Krueger game. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. Danny V, do you think I should read the Infinity War comics before I watch the movie or after? Probably after, honestly. NT says, have you seen The Disaster Artist and would you consider watching The Room on Comic Frontline? I want to see The Disaster Artist badly, but I kind of missed it in theaters. And The Room, yeah, totally. I love bad movies, so I totally consider watching it. Matt Keys, are there any new books this year you're excited about? Nothing new, actually, that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. Maybe Strangers in Paradise is the only one I could really think of that's like new. Everything else is just like stuff I've been enjoying. Nathan says, what do you think of the sexual innuendos in anime? I don't know. It's hard. It's just kind of so part of anime, you know, fan service. I mean, I don't think it's right, but again, it's just like, it's me because it's a different culture, you know? So I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, obviously. But when they can make fun of it, I know there's like this other, Jeremy actually recommended it. I forgot what it was called. It came out maybe like a year ago where they kind of like make fun of fan service, or like Assassination Classroom where they actually somehow make fan service character growth, like Professor, they call it a Professor Bitch in the anime. In a lot of ways, her fan service at the beginning became this character growth and character arc. Like that's when like they could play with it. I think it's interesting. But other than that, I mean, just such a part of anime, so it's just weird. But obviously, I'm not really a fan of it. All right, so MT says, have you read Joyride from Boom Studios? I have. I really enjoyed it, especially towards the end. MT says, thoughts on Just Society of America? I like the comics. I think they're pretty good. I'm not a hardcore fan of them, but there's definitely stuff I like about it. I do like Jesse Quick as a character. Tony says, Kat, would you like to see Hayden Panettiere guest star on the episode of The Big Bang Theory as one of Penny's friends from high school? Yeah, that'd be fun. Nathan says, it's okay. I just think some of it kind of crosses the line. Oh, that was about the anime thing. Tevia says, Kat, any opinion on Titans Rebirth? Because it's amazing. I think it's cool. I think it's gotten better. I don't think it's amazing, but it's like kind of a middle book for me. MT says, is Jesse Quick still married to Our Man, New 52? They haven't showed up at all, so we don't know. Haven't shown up in Rebirth either. Kenneth Crowley Jr. says, Kat, have you ever read? Okay, I don't read it. Read. The runs of Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man by Roger Stern. Yeah, I have. Tevia says, any opinion? Hold on. Any opinion on My Hero Academia? Never seen it. Heard it was good, though. Last Shape Chapter. My friend always tells me I need to write down my ideas. Probably why I haven't gotten around to writing that vampire or giant themed character. Yeah, definitely plot out your ideas if you want to write. That's definitely the first place to go. NT says, have you ever seen Code Geass? No. I think Jay has, though. Jesse asks a interesting question. How often, if ever, do you get together a frontline crew in real life? I see Chris and Michael probably about once a year when we go to New York Comic Con. I've seen them a lot. I've been to their house before. Jay I've actually haven't seen at all in real life, which is crazy. I consider all my frontline friends, my best friends, we're family. That's crazy. I haven't seen Jay. But this year, actually, we are going to MegaCon in Florida. So me and Brant and Lisa are sharing a table. So we're going to be with each other all weekend. So me, Mike, Spider Slayer, Brant, and Lisa, we're going to be down there. Sadly, Chris and Michael and Jay won't be there. But I have not met. That'll be only Jay then I haven't met. So we're going to have to do, both of us are like, one day we have to set plans to do that. I've met a good amount of like YouTube friends in real life. A lot of the Weekly Pool, I've met them a couple of times in real life. A lot of journalist friends at San Diego, like the Legends of Tomorrow podcast, I've met in real life. Tony, Black Critic guy, I've met in real life. So yeah, just so this May is gonna be a lot of fun seeing Brant, Lisa, and Mike. But yeah, Chris and Michael I've seen for years because we live near each other. So, but Jay, I gotta get Jay to come to New York. I gotta go to Philly. just our schedules never meet up. That's the problem. We both work a lot, so. All right, so Danny V says, do you think they'll bring Pietro and Quicksilver back in the MCU? No, probably not. Pietro, sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Hold on. Kenneth says, do you ever read the Vampire Diaries digital comic? I read it. I didn't really like it much. MT says, there's also an anime called Noir about 2 female assassins in France. I think you should check it out. I think I saw the first episode, but I definitely need to watch more of it. I need to sit down and watch it because that does seem like something up my alley. Flash Shapeshifter says, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes don't exist is probably what he's talking about. Oh, I missed that conversation. Kat, any opinion on the Fear franchise? Who your favorite Fear? I don't even know what the Fear franchise is. Matt Key says, Dream Team, write an artist to take over Amazing Spider-Man. Tom Taylor, and I don't know for artists. Artist is hard. Chris Anka. I'd go with Chris Anka. That'd be a lot of fun. NT says, so either Greg Land or Rob Liefeld draws your comic or it gets canceled. Which scenario do you choose? Greg Land. Danny V says, favorite celeb that you have ever met? I've met a lot of celebrities, actually, so I don't know who my favorite is. Oh, probably Willa Holland. My favorite. Sony says, I heard Modern Family's ending soon. I mean, probably. I don't think it's been officially announced, though. Fun Times is how long is the live stream? Until these questions run out, but probably next 20 minutes. May sooner, but probably 20 minutes. Tubby says, Kat, have you read all new Superman? Because I read that series and it's great. I read the first 2 issues and just the common theme. Didn't really like it much for a Superman title. Jeremy says, count me in on the meetup too. Yeah, Jeremy, totally. I want to meet Jeremy. For some reason, I didn't think, you know, it's so funny, Jeremy. I hung out with Mimi today. I was like, you know who we have to hang out with? Jeremy. When's he coming to New York? So it's so funny. I literally had that conversation with her today. So, Jeremy, when you coming to New York? Because you got to come. You got to hang out. All right, let's see. MT says, what's the worst anime you've ever seen? I don't know. I probably have seen a very bad anime, but I can't think of anything in my head right now. Tony says, I love when you and Jay do Q&As. They are always entertaining. Well, thank you. And I think Jay's are entertaining also. Jesse says, do you know who else will be at MegaCon? Me, that too. No way, you are? Please come by. We're going to hang out. That's going to be so much fun. Let's all go to dinner or something. I'm totally serious about that. That'd be so much fun. Let's do that. MegaCon's going to be a blast. MT says, Francis Manapool could draw Spider-Man. Yeah, that'd be fun. MT says, what are your top 5 favorite Jeff Johns runs? I don't know why my voice cracked just now. Favorite Teen Titans, definitely. Green Lanterns, Flash Rebirth. Right on top of my head, that's what I can think of right now. Oh, Superboy, what he did with Superboy and Adventure Comics was really good. Made me really like Connor. Out of all the Superman characters, I am actually a Connor Kent fan and Supergirl fan. Kenneth says, Kat, favorite Silver Age or Bronze Age DC and Marvel stories? Man, from Marvel or DC? Weirdly enough, probably something Superman related, because that's actually what I grew up with before getting into the mainstream stuff. Let's see. Matt says, I'd want Tom Taylor, Ryan Stegman, and Ryan Otley on the book. Yeah, Ryan Otley would be really great. You didn't think about that. Jeremy says, when it's not so damn cold, sure, spring or summer. Jeremy, let me know when it's happening. We'll make this a plan. MT says, and I agree, you don't want to be here right now. It's very cold. Do you remember Generator X? I do, actually. I don't think I've ever saw it, but I do remember it. Flash says, top 3 anime, Marvel, and DC TV intros. 6 total. Oh, man, that's got to be a topic video. MT says, did you ever read Stars and Stripe? I did. I really liked it. That might be in my run also for top 5. Danny V, have you met Stan Lee? Not physically, but I actually volunteered for his company for New York Comic Con 1 year. I worked for his company. NT says, has Invincible ended yet? As one more issue. All right, let's see what time it is. I'll give you, it's been about an hour, so I think we could probably end the Q&A. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. Of course, I'll have another Q&A in February. Hopefully you guys had fun. And yeah, I had a blast, like I said. So this is Comic Uno. See you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye.